What's going on, guys? It's Ferrothorn back here and welcome back to another video, and today I'm bringing you guys another OU Showdown battle. I promise I'm going to try and get other tiers in here as well, but yeah, so basically this is my team. It's a pretty stacked team, and you can see my opponent also has a pretty scary team. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So, I'm going to lead off with my Ferrothorn as my opponent decides to lead off with his Charizard. So obviously I can't stay in here, so I'm going to switch right out, and I'm actually going to go out to my Tyranitar. I want to scout and see what kind of Charizard this is, whether it's X or Y, and you're actually going to see here he's going to Mega Evolve, and it's actually going to be Y. So that's bad for me because now he can Solar Beam me if he really wants, and he's going to go straight for the Fire Blast turn 1, and it's going to do almost half. That is scary, so I can't stay in on this thing obviously, so I'm going to switch out. I'm bringing my Latios, and yeah, I know I outspeed with Latios. I know he's going to go for the Solar Beam here, which is why I switched. And yeah, Latios is going to eat it up, yummy, and I'm going to go for Thunderbolt here, and I know that the switch was pretty obvious, but I wanted to go for it anyways, and he's actually going to switch out into his Jirachi. I was expecting the Landorus or the Duck Trio, but this is fine too, because as you're going to see, I'm going to get a massive crit, so I know this thing is going to go down next turn anyways. Now, even though the switch was obvious, I wanted to stay in just to kill his Jirachi in case he decided not to switch out. He actually goes for U-turn though, which shows me that he's actually Scarfed, and he's going to go out into his Duck Trio. So obviously I'm locked into Thunderbolt because I'm Specs, so yeah, I can't do anything about that. So I'm actually going to have to switch out, and here I'm going to bring in my Rotom-Wash because I know I can eat up any hit Duck Trio wants to throw at me. It's going to go for Stone Edge. It's going to do like nothing. Well, actually did like a third. It's a decent amount, but you know, so Sunlight's going to fade, which means that I can actually go for a Hydro Pump here. Honestly, it didn't even matter. This Duck Trio is going to get one-shotted anyways. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump this turn. I'm going to hit, and he's going to survive because of his Sash, obviously. So yeah, so now I can kill him. I'm actually going to go for the Will-O-Wisp this turn, though, just because it's more accurate, and in case he decided to switch out to another Pokemon like Landorus or something. So yeah, I'm going to go for that now as he attempts to kill me, or get some damage off, I guess. He doesn't get the crit, which is great. I'm at a low range of health here, but his Duck Trio is finally down, so that's one less Pokemon I have to worry about. So yeah, Rotom's putting in work here. He's going to bring in his Charizard. I know the Solar Beam is really obvious here, so I'm going to switch out, bring in my Tyranitar. The thought process is if he's going for Solar Beam under the sand, I believe it's actually 3 turns to charge, not 2. So, you know, if I got him stuck there, then that would have been amazing. But he's going to predict that though, and he's going to go for Fire Blast. And I'm going to stay in because I don't know what other moves he has, and I figured like I can take any hit from this thing. But he's actually going to go for the Focus Blast, and he's going to actually hit it, which is pretty impressive. And you know, my Tyranitar is going to go down this turn, so that sucks. But I mean, at least now he can't go for Solar Beam or anything, so I am free to bring in whatever Pokemon I want. But I'm actually going to go out to Latios. I'm going to try and go for the Thunderbolt, but I'm going to predict the switch. So I'm going to go for Ice Beam here, but he's going to actually bring in his Magearna. So yeah, good switch on his part. Magearna pretty much walls out Latios. I do have Hidden Power Fire on this thing, but I didn't want to go for it. So yeah, I'm going to take some Sandstorm damage, and it's not looking too good for Latios here, so I'm going to switch out, and because I need to save this thing for later. And I'm going to bring in my Ferrothorn, and he's actually going to start setting up, and this gets kind of scary because he's at +2 speed now, and he's at +1 attack. Now I'm not really too worried because if he has a physical variant, I do have the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet, so I'm chilling fat here. He's going to go for the Calm Mind though, and so here's where I start to get a little bit worried because, you know, now he's at +1 attack, +1 special attack, +1 special defense, +2 speed, but you know, I'm not even tripping. Ferrothorn's chilling, you know, going to go for that Stealth Rocks, and he's going to go for another Shift Gear. Now I could have paralyzed him at any point, but I decided to let him set up his speed to as much as he wanted, because I'm going to actually Leech Seed him here, and you're going to see next turn I'm going to take advantage of that high speed, and I'm actually going to go straight for the Gyro Ball after he sets up this Calm Mind. And it actually does a lot more than I expected it to. It does about a third, which is pretty cool because, I mean, this Ferrothorn is minus speed, 0 IVs in speed, and this Magearna just went to +4, so it's going to do a lot. He's going to go for an Ice Beam. It would have normally 2-hit KO'd me, but after the Leech Seed recovery, I'm going to be able to survive, and I mean, he does have Leftovers, which is actually better for me, because he's going to gain more health, which means I'm going to gain more health out of him from Leech Seed, so his Magearna is going to go down, and I am looking pretty good. So now, I have these rocks up, so his Charizard is going to die if it comes in. Well, not literally, but it's going to lose half its health, and he's going to bring it in here, but I'm going to switch out. So here, I think I go out to my Rotom as Death Father. Yeah, I do. So he's going to go for the Solar Beam here, or I thought he would, but he actually goes for the Fire Blast. It doesn't matter, I would have died either way. And so I went for it. He went for it just in case I stayed in. Either way, Rotom was going to go down. And yeah, so I'm going to bring in my Latios here, and I'm predicting the switch into Landorus, but I'm not going to go for Ice Beam in case he wants to bring in Jirachi or Starmie. I'm actually going to go straight for the Draco Meteor, and I didn't expect this to kill, but it does. So yeah, I haven't run damage calcs on how much a Draco Meteor does to Landorus, so I need to check that. I don't think that Landorus was Scarf though, just because he already has a Scarf Jirachi, but that surprised me. He's going to bring in a Starmie. I know Starmie outspeeds, so I'm going to switch out and bring in my Ferrothorn. And he's actually going to go for the Rapid Spin here, and he's going to lose a ton of health. You're going to see he's going to lose 30% from the Rocky Helmet and the Iron Barbs, and then another 10% from the Life Orb. So he loses, I think, 38% that turn, something like that. So almost 40% of his health, which is just ridiculous. He's going to bring in his Charizard as I go for the Stealth Rocks. I knew he was going to switch in, but I needed to trap this Charizard. Now I'm going to switch out, and I'm actually going to go out to my own Charizard, actually, which is also a Charizard-Y. And he's going to go for the Fire Blast, and this thing does so much damage. That's a resisted hit doing 70% to a Charizard, which is ridiculous. I'm going to actually reset the Sun here, because I figured might as well, like, no point not to do it. But he is going to win the speed tie, and he does have Ancient Power, so this is full aggro Charizard. I think mine has Roost as its final move. Mine's like Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Air Slash Roost. I'm going to bring in my Latios though, and I know I can't switch out here, because if he brings in Jirachi or Starmie, they're dead, and if he brings in Charizard, that thing's dead if he switches out because of the Stealth Rock, so he is going to stay in, and that's like a checkmate right there. So it's going to go down to the Thunderbolt. He's going to bring Jirachi. I'm going to leave in Latios here, but he actually locks himself into Fire Punch, which is a problem because both my remaining Pokemon are actually weak to Fire. And I am going to bring in Excadrill here. Now, if his Jirachi was Adamant Scarf, hold up, I'm going to pause this real quick. Well, too late, I guess, but yeah, he is actually going to burn me. I am going to survive, which is ridiculous because there was a 12% chance that he could have KO'd me if he was Jolly Scarf, but if he was Adamant Scarf, it was like a 60% chance. He does turn out to be Jolly Scarf, however, so thankfully Excadrill survives. I get burned, but it doesn't matter because an Earthquake from Excadrill does way too much damage. It's not Choice Scarf because it's meant for the sand. Now here I'm going to actually pause it, I actually got it that time, because this is a problem. I'm left with my Ferrothorn, he's left with the Starmie. Now, Starmie, if it gets high damage rolls, can 2-hit KO a Ferrothorn with Ice Beam. However, Ferrothorn can't KO Starmie with Gyro Ball, at least like it can't one-hit KO it. So since he is faster, that's going to be a problem. Now, I'm pretty sure he's going to go straight for the Ice Beam. I mean, he doesn't really have any other options. So literally, I'm praying here that I can somehow get some form of hacks or just something to happen. So he's going to go for the Ice Beam, and I'm actually going to go for the Thunder Wave here. I probably should have gone for the Leech Seed just so I could survive another one, but I'm going to go for Thunder Wave. And here, this game loves me because you're going to see here that he actually gets the Para Hacks. So I'm like, yes, that's it, that's game. I'm going to go for the Leech Seed, and I'm going to see this Starmie, which means that now I'm going to gain some health back, which means I'm definitely going to live another Ice Beam unless he gets a crit or freezes me. So he doesn't get a crit, he doesn't get a freeze, and he's going to take Life Orb damage, and I'm going to finish him off with a Gyro Ball. So that is going to be good game. I got really lucky at the end. I should have probably gone for Leech Seed there, but it actually worked out better for me that I didn't. It's very unfortunate for him, but I mean, the hacks, this is the game we choose to play, I guess. But yeah, so pretty close match here. Very close match, actually. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. As usual, I'll leave the team text down in the description below. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please share it with your friends if you did, and comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.